Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to No Man's Land. FS22. It is July 1, the first day of the 3 days of July. And it's clearly harvest time. Obviously, we're in a bit of full swing. I've started this field already. I really want to try the widespan vehicle system. That's what it's called, WSVS. The harvesting unit. It's yeah, that tree needs to go, doesn't it? It's fair to say that I have probably never before ever had a map where I've got pretty much all of the field space. Obviously all of the fields in an equivalent map, but in this map all of the field space. And I might have bitten off a little bit more than I could chew. Really, it's a lot of work. I had 4 fields of barley that I harvested. I'll show you the map in a minute, but let's get this done. I had 4 fields of barley that I harvested in June, and I had to do some pretty long days to get all 3 fields harvested. Admittedly, I did manage to finish off. I'm just fertilizing at the moment. I'll have to stop that for a minute. I did manage to finish off all 3 of my big grass fields are now all done. But I had to finish off liming, ploughing the last one out, liming them, getting any residual stones up, and now I'm just starting to fertilize them. But so I got that done as well, and then mulching the fields, the barley fields that I'd harvested, getting the bales, the straw up, getting the bales done, getting the bales off the field, which did fill both of my bale storage thingies. So and what I should have done, what I'm trying to do is either to sell or utilize anything left from last year, because obviously I don't need it if I'm doing this year. But I didn't do that with the bales, which to be honest I probably should have done, but too late. But I am selling the crops so that I know that any crops that are in the silo are from this year's harvest. Hey, it's just good to know how much I got for a start. So I'll just have to do that with what I think it was either wheat or barley I had left over. I gave to the chickens. Oats I don't think I had much of, or I used them for something else, not 100% sure which. I did have some canola, but I split that between various factories. So some went up for pig food, and I put the rest into the oil mill and started to generate some canola oil. So lots of things going on, obviously. But yeah, I've got myself a whole load of kit assembled. It's going to be a pretty busy episode. I'm just going to do bits of this, that and the other. There's just a lot to be done. Let's do this bit that I missed earlier. I was going the wrong way around the field. Trick with this, always make sure you start going around, what's this, anti-clockwise, because then it keeps the cab on the inside, which is kind of what you want. Just in case you've got trees or anything else on the near to the outside edge of the field. Just helps, that's all. Lots to do, lots going on, but we are near at the end. And talking about being near at the end, let's get this going. The money. I bought quite a lot of equipment. I bought a new tractor. I bought some stuff. Obviously I've leased some stuff. But what we can now do is this: repay. No more debt. So that was, what was it in total? A good 5 million. A good 5 million. And that's not including the fact that I was earning money to actually, you know what, we're nearly at the end here, so I'll actually no, it's fine. That is not including the fact that I was earning money to do the map as I went along, and the fact that because I'd already done some of this stuff when I was on the previous version of the game, that I'd actually also where's the pipe on this thing? Oh, where is the pipe on? Oh, it's there. Oh, right, okay. Right, okay, so I can't really run up alongside him then. Yeah, then that's not including the fact that, yes, I put a load of money in to get me started because that was where I was on the other map, right? So, yeah. But it's now all paid off. We have hit our goal of clearing off all of our debt. That said, I've still got some landscaping stuff. These tracks need doing. There's a few bits need tidying up here and there. So there's a bit that I will try and do. I mean, we're now clearly earning enough money that it's going to be compensate. It's going to compensate for it, right? But yeah, broadly the debt is paid. I will finish this year's harvest because I've put some root crops in the ground, all sorts of stuff, and then for now, at least as far as the channel's concerned, I will call this done. But I'm going to keep the save. I haven't yet bothered to get FS25 on my PlayStation. I may not. So it's nice to have a copy of the game, and I can always keep playing this map just for pleasure. I think if I did, I might go to longer months, just to take some of the stress out. It's quite pressured to do all of the stuff you need to do. Equally, of course, I'm sort of, that's partly because I'm doing it while I've also got, map designing and stuff to do. But there's a whole load of stuff that if I did keep playing, I'd do. Like removing a load of trees, reshaping some of the fields, replanting more trees. There's a load of stuff still to do on this map that I'd sort of like to do, would have liked to have done. But broadly we are there. And what I probably will also do on here is actually go back to Silver Run, because I never finished it, and I'd quite like to not finish it, but certainly finish the building tasks and all that sort of stuff. So let's get, oh mind you, Mr. Worker's about to fill up, so let's cancel Mr. Worker. Let's go back, must be there, I guess, and I pipe out. As you can see, I'm doing something a bit different here. I was setting myself up with various trailers to be ready. Wowzers. And then I remembered that I'd got an auger wagon. Now technically it's a manure and or root crop one, but actually this is a modded one, and augers can be used for anything. So I've cheated a little bit. So I have now spent the money because I had a bit extra, but I really didn't want to. I wanted to be on video when I paid the debt off, right? So I've just sort of used a bit of money. But yeah, so I paid 100 grand, basically 2 lots of 50 grand. So I can either now use this for all crops or root crops or manure. So it is now fully functional. And I thought, it's a bit cheaty, but hey, I've got it. Might as well get some use out of it. I'm not going to fit that way, am I? Need to come at it the other way. There we go. And I've got the truck here ready to overload this into, because we have got, and we should have a look at the map actually just quickly. Actually, I can stop that. Is that going to get in the way? No, I think we're all right. Maybe a little bit actually. Yeah, just quickly look at the map. So yeah, these are the 4 barley fields that I've done already. I've already cut an expansion to this that now needs finishing and then needs tidying up with it, edging and hedging and stuff. We've got to harvest 3 fields of wheat, 1 field of wheat, except for a bit I lost thanks to a worker being a bit overzealous. 3 fields of oats. This is actually the smallest of the 3. And 3 huge fields of canola. And yeah, I think that's it. We've got a harvester up here ready to get started on this wheat field, so we'll do that next. Yeah, there's a lot going on. We've got cotton here, we've got sugar beet here, we've got all 3 root crops plus potatoes. Hang on, yeah, all 3 root crops, parsnips, red beet, carrots plus potatoes. Sorghum there. Oh yeah, 3 fields of sorghum, 3 fields of soybeans, 3 fields of 3 fields of sunflower, 3 and a bit fields of corn. There's a lot to do. But yeah, so there we go. That was emptied. So let's leave Mr. Worker on that, and let's move to our other harvester. Okay, here we are up next to the pigs, just trying to get the Header trailer in a good position. Disconnect that. Yep, I've got the ideal. I think it's leased. I actually don't remember, to be honest. Let's unfold that. We'll get started on this. I probably will pick up the straw and sell it. So I might get a loading wagon. I might even get a cheaty loading wagon. I have been doing a sort of bit of a switching round of some of the equipment I've got. We can talk about that a bit later on this time, but there's no rush. I will be doing, I don't know how many more videos of this, to be honest. Certainly a few more. I'll probably do perhaps one per month maybe, which will take us through, so that's probably another 4, I guess. Be through to about September, October, I suppose. We've got, yeah, okay, we've got straw, good. Okay, first field of wheat. There you go, you can see our barley field over there. That is all done. Need to start thinking about canola, actually. Is it, when do we start canola? Okay, August. Okay, so we've got another month for that. Fine. Yeah, so I need to be thinking about which fields we might put the canola in. So I'm just going to have a sip of tea. I'll have to go over in a minute, get the WSVS on the next sort of, on the next field of oats. What I definitely want to do is actually, because I've got those 3 grass fields, so once they're grown, I'll definitely do some grass work on screen, because again, you know, they're the new fields, right? And it's nice to show the new fields. These are all fields that I've done before, sort of thing. Also, what I'm trying to do per month is take a load of stone over to the lime factory. Though there's no immediate need for lime right now. I've got a little bit left in the silo. So yeah, there's no urgent need for that. I've got some seed. Actually, I need to check on seed. I need to start making some seed. Yeah, so I'm trying to do that, and then every sort of 3rd month, I think, is also to take a load of iron ore over to the metal. Is it the foundry? Don't know what it's called. Anyway, the metal producing plant thing. I ought to do some selling of some stuff. Really, it's all on auto sale at the moment for the most part. Not everything. Some things are being stored. But it would be nice to do a little bit of that. But there's so much. This is so much to do. It's insane. I haven't had time to keep up with keeping all of my productions going. Some of them have run out, and I just, you know, yeah. I suppose I could slow time down. Equally, there's an element of wanting to get through. Right, I'm wanting to spend more time focused on my FS25 maps now. I'm really starting to get onto those. So there is an element of wanting to get this done. But you know. Try not to ruin the corn. I do want to enjoy it at the same time, right? Which is why I'm not stressing myself out doing a load of stuff. I did say that I really wanted to get this last harvest done, so that's what we are doing. That is the focus now. We've got the money. There'll be other bits. There might be other bits of machinery to swap out and stuff, so we probably will spend some of that. I have got some second-hand equipment, which frankly is probably starting to get too expensive to run, so why don't we sell it and we'll get some new stuff. I did always want to have a little combine and some more equipment up at the small farm. Though of course this year I haven't got combinable crops in those small fields, but so I might just buy that anyway, just to have it. Maybe we'll use it on something. We'll see. But I did think when I saw how many fields I was suddenly going to have ready to harvest, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get the WSVS. I've had it at least ever since I started using it for, what was it, planting, so that must have been last autumn, planting and seeding. So I have had it at least for a really long time now. But at the time I couldn't afford to buy it. I suppose at this point I probably could, but would I? No, I don't think I would. And I still don't think I'd buy a combine. Sorry, I know, please look away, this is horrendously unrealistic. I probably wouldn't still buy a combine either necessarily. Yeah, I was so annoyed when I realised that what the worker had done, but hey, there you go. There's fence in that fence, right? I also need to be looking at animals. Our beef cattle are nearly out of food. Everyone else is okay. Alright, AI workers complete their task. That's fine. We've nearly done the headland on this one. And we can jump back. And then this will need emptying. Yeah, it's going to be a busy day. Yeah, our cattle need some food, and I think in the next month or two we'll have some animals to sell that will have reached maturity. So we'll need to do that as well. I should look at what fun mods there are. You know, this might be my last sort of hurrah, at least on video, for FS22, so I should look and see if there's some cool, I don't know, cotton harvest, like cheaty cotton harvesters, or I don't know, something. Didn't do that very well, did I? Really not. Is that roughly in line? Yeah, I think so, actually. Let's do that. Let's get this squared up, and then I'll leave a worker on it. Where's the next wheat field? Okay, so that's all over there. So I'll have to move him at some point. Actually, yeah, that's squared up nicely. Nearly there. And then I'll have to go and get a trailer to empty this into. Good. It's a little bit of a stubby bit at the bottom, so let's pull it over a little bit. Try and hopefully get all of that in. There we go. Yeah, let's go get a trailer. Yeah, okay. I'll probably need to stop the worker and bring him back down. So let's go at this end. Actually, I think I've only got one entrance into this field at this point in time, through the pig yard. Again, there's a whole load of straw bales in here. I could have gotten sold all those, but too late. And actually, I should have a look and see if the pigs need any straw, I suppose. They don't seem to use that much, because they're not like the cows. They don't use anywhere near as much. Actually, you know what? If I bring all this all the way up here, kill myself on the thing, jump in, kick him out. Oh, I went slightly far away. Oh, well, never mind. Let's get this unloaded. Move the trailer out of the way, leave the worker on it, and I will see you back over at the WSVS, where we'll carry on with the oats. Okay, so we've missed a couple of little strips. I'm noticing this with this system. It doesn't seem to work brilliantly with a worker. Sometimes I put that down to field leveling, right? There's an element of it doesn't it doesn't cope very well with uneven fields, but that's not what that was. There were whole lines where it just missed that's something else, spacing, or I don't know. So yeah, there was something slightly wrong, but it's fine. Right, switch that off. Just need to swing it round. May as well empty this into here, and then may as well empty that into the truck, and then we'll go get on with the next field. Well, we'll go get this on the next field, and then we'll empty it. I suppose I might just go around the headlands a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so 2 new fields. Pretty sure I've not done anything in these fields before. Fairly certain this is the first time I'm harvesting them, which is very cool. Let's see. I did bring the edge in of these a little bit. They were a bit further out, but it was too close to the edge of the map. Yeah, we kind of want to go around a bit, don't we? I mean, I could just leave it running up and down to start with, but then it'll struggle when it gets around to this corner, I think. So let's do a headland round anyway. It's quite nice from here. You can see our patchwork of fields. It's a shame you can't see a bit more detail a bit further away. But yeah, see our patchwork of fields. But you can't see the trees on the ridge or the bridge across the gap, the gorge. Yeah. But hey. I mean, to be fair, these fields were a bit sort of I've just got a massive space, I might as well just create some massive fields. But I'm really glad I did, because it's a very different part of the map. It feels very different. The space, for the most part, is dictated by the fields rather than the fields being dictated by the space, which is what a lot of the rest of the map is. This is a lot more open. There was a lot fewer sort of amounts of trees and copses and things like that. So yeah, it feels very different. It's quite different finish, if you like. The grass fields are a little bit more shaped, but then you see we've got these fields here, and then the fields with the canola in over there also, again, they're for the most part just quite big fields. Although there are some trees. I say if I was playing longer, I'd take some of the trees out and then gradually take some trees out, reshape some of the fields. But yeah. I think I spent long enough on this map. How long have I spent on this map? 689 hours. Ouch. I actually don't want to think about that in terms of real time, what that really means. I spent a long time on this map. Sorry about the coughing. I've still got the remnants of post effects of tonsillitis, which is actually, I should have mentioned that. Yeah, if you don't watch my train videos, actually no, it was on a farming video. I'll talk about it. It was an FS25 video. Well, if you didn't watch my FS25 video, yeah, I've not been doing so much either playing and or recording, because yeah, I had tonsillitis. So yeah, was not well for a couple of weeks, and I'm still now recovering. Can't talk too long, sorry. But yeah, so that's the reason for the absence. What we won't need to do, of course, is, wow, this is a big field. Look at the size of this. Whoa. To make sure we're running straight. Yep, running straight. Oh no, we're leaning over a little bit. Yeah, this is a big old field. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this in 25. Is it Nexus, which is what this is based on. I'm not in a rush to get it. I don't have a map. I'm doing Hutan Pantai and Riverbend Springs in a very different way. I just have no need for it at the moment. I have identified a mod map. I think it was a US one that I thought, actually, once I'm done on Riverbend, that might be the thing to move to, which looks really good. But of course, by the time I get to it, there'll be loads of others as well. So yeah, and then we'd be getting the WSVS for sure. Well, sorry, the Nexus pack for sure. It was great this mod came out. I think it kind of drove Giants to go, oh, we should look at that. But it was great that someone put this out there. It's really good. I haven't released it. I wouldn't necessarily keep using it. I've already identified a seeder that is actually just as wide. So, you know, that is quite cool. Right, anyway, let's go and unload the auger wagon. Oh no, wrong one, sorry. Oh no, I've gone the wrong way. There it is. Sorry. I just thought rather than keeping constantly stopping and starting the video, I just jumped to it and I well, the wrong way. Yeah, I'd quite like to put these tracks in. I think that'd be cool. This is only 56% full, but worth, I think, unloading now. And it's nearly as big as this truck anyway in terms of capacity. But it's just the truck is just a quicker way to get stuff around the map. Given that we're so far away from the yard, I felt I'd better to do this setup here and just use, you know, easy to use tractors and trailers when we're doing stuff nearer the yard. That was all. Because yeah, once these fields are done, oh no, just about got away with it. Once these fields are done, obviously I'll move the WSVS over to the canola fields, which are also quite big, and just keep the harvester on the slightly smaller awkward fields that are a bit close to the yard. So I'll keep this set up. It just felt a good setup for, mind you, the last field of oats I can't do with this system, it's too big. So I'll have to leave that and do that with the other harvester when it's finished all the wheat. How much you've got the canola to do as well? Oh no, the canola I'm doing this, yes. So yes, sorry, I was right, yes. Anyway, I'll stop wittering, talking nonsense. Actually, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Sorry. New fields, only figuring out where we are. Oh, so this is interesting. So what I should also say is, and I've talked about this before, I think, is that I've started edging some of these fields where I felt I hadn't left enough boundary. Basically, I wanted them with about 3 meters of grass, a single cut of a single mower width grass around the edge. So I've got a good boundary to all of the fields. A lot of them, I mean, this one didn't matter so much with it being so close up to the hedge, but actually some of them, they're difficult to do otherwise, and so for a bit of realism, make it a bit easier. And actually, if I wanted to, I could go around and mow the grass. Right now, I haven't needed to this year because although I've painted the texture, I haven't put the grass in yet. So that's something to be done. And I think there must be more fields that need to do this. I'd actually forgotten I'd done these. It's only as I approached, it's like, oh yeah. So I've done all of these fields like that, where there's sort of a hedge, and it's a bit too close. You know, the field itself is a bit too close to the boundary. I've put a width of grass in to make that a bit easier to work, and perhaps it's just a little bit more realistic. I've seen this in fields around where I live, where there's actually basically a small tractor and a mower's width of grass around the edge, and I have seen that they have cut it as well. So, you know, where they use it, no idea, but, you know, we could, right? So yeah, so I've done that, and I say there are bound to be more fields where that needs to be done, but I've started the process. This is turning into quite a long video. I don't got anything else to cover necessarily. We're about halfway through that second big field. I suppose it would be nice to show some of the canola on video as we cut with the WSVS. Maybe I'll get this going, and then when that oat field's done, maybe I'll do a bit of that. It'll still be within this game day, So I think that's probably worth doing. Why don't I do that? Well, both harvesters are busy. I've just been emptied the truck for the first time into the silo. Still quite a bit left in the auger wagon though, so will not be short. Let's put that on just to make sure I'm not missing any. No, we're okay. So I thought we'd do a little bit of this for a couple of minutes. Why not? The second of the big oat fields is nearly finished. As you can see, he's just got that little bit to do. So we'll just leave him to that. That's okay. As you can see, what I haven't done here yet is regrass this bit. That I think at some point I don't know if I'd cut the field or something and thought, actually, you know what, that goes too close to the road, so I sort of painted a shape back in just to reshape it, and yeah, I just haven't put the grass texture back on yet, so that needs doing. Little bits where I've managed not to seed, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, I just thought I need to get these done because obviously at least one of the two fields is further ahead, and therefore obviously I need to make sure that it gets fertilized before it's harvest time. Otherwise we'll lose yield. So worker C has completed their task. Actually no, he hasn't. I just need to go and move him over to the other side of the field, but that's okay. So that's obviously that's the combine on the wheat field is C. Just do this tiny little bit here. Oh, he reckons he's finished because he's gone over the other field and gone, oh, there's nothing here to harvest, you idiot. Anyway, bit of a tricky field for a worker, this one, but what we'll do... Oh, how come it doesn't feel it needs nitrogen? Well, I suppose maybe I'd already done this field then. Oh, fine. I thought this was the field that might need it, but actually it doesn't look like it needs it anyway, regardless. Actually, no, it's even, isn't it? All the way over. Okay, fine. So in that case, it's just this one. Oh, no. Now, oddly, that bit felt it needed it. That's a bit weird. Oh, well, fine. Anyway, I'll go get that work sorted out because I really wanted to get onto the canola fields today. This is now slightly less urgent in that case. I just thought we'd do a little bit. What the... Yeah, so we're not going to be short of grass. That's for certain. So, here we are on the canola field. Interesting piece of information that I hadn't twigged. The last of the oat fields actually isn't ready to harvest yet, so I must have planted it a month late. Sown it a month late, so that's fine. So yeah, July, 3 canola fields and the remaining 2 wheat fields, and that is all we'll get. But yeah, still plenty to do. I've also got, as well as obviously the fertilising of the grass, I've also got, obviously talked about, you know, I need to feed the cows, and I'll make some TMR. I might get some equipment. I'll swap out equipment. At some point we'll do a bit of a what equipment have I got left kind of thing that belongs to the farms, and I've got to mulch the grass or between the rows in the olive groves, because that needs doing. I've done the grapes, but I need to do the olives. So yeah, lots to do still. Check up on logistics of my productions. Do a stone delivery from the quarry down to the lime production point. Yeah, lots to do still. Lots to do. But it's good. So it's been a slightly long video. I just thought I'd show, you know, starting to do the canola, because I do need to get these done. I don't. I'll see how I do. I don't expect I will do another video in July, but I might do. Who knows? We'll see how we get on. Oh, what did I just do? Why didn't that? Oh, it had dropped. I beg your pardon. Oh yeah, interesting point to note. I hadn't really thought about it. Obviously, the first fields were really close to the shop, the machine store. Yeah, it was an interesting experience driving across from our oat fields to our canola fields. Hadn't thought about the fact probably should have had a header trailer and actually another tractor to pull it, because this doesn't have a trailer hitch. So yeah, but I just by the time I realised it was too late to even worry about doing it. It wasn't worth it at all. So I just thought I'd keep going. I could switch those off now. I'm going to do all the headlands on all of these fields, all in one shot. So then that's done, and then I just need to focus on harvesting. That might be too much for the hopper. We'll see. It's 34%. Yeah, and I've barely done not even 2 lines. 35%, and I've not even done 2 lines, 2 edges of one field. Haha. Yes. But I have emptied the wheat from the auger wagon. Auger wagon. So that is now empty. I just need to bring it across. The wheat work. The worker hadn't actually stopped on the wheat. He carried on to the next field, which is fine. But I brought him back under control, and got him back on, finishing off the field that he was on. So that's nearly done. I need to get all the straw up. Need to get these fields then rolled, mulched, so that they are ready for seeding, and then I need to decide which 3 or 4 fields I'm going to put canola in next year, which might be the barley fields. I might just do the barley fields, and maybe that will just be the rule. Hope, mind you, yeah. What I would do if I was going to keep playing this map, and I know I haven't done it this year, is that I would probably start leaving some fields fallow, just so they're not on. Then you got that. Then I've got fields ready for canola. It's not always, because otherwise you always end up using the same fields for barley, canola, and wheat, right? And that's, it doesn't matter in game, but it's not ideal probably in real life. So. So I would probably start leaving some fields fallow, follow the old seasons mod routine, just so that then you're not constantly using the same 3 crops for those sort of 3 overwintering field same 3 fields, the same sets of fields, not even 3 fields for those 3 overwintering crops. But yeah, there you go. I will carry on. July will be busy. August will be busy. Actually, what I'll do, let's get to this corner. What I'm going to quickly do before I stop the video is look and see, so yeah, the one disadvantage I have, and I was just thinking about using something like this on this map, is it's only these fields at this end of the map that I think can really cope with it. I think it's too big for some of the other fields, and I know I've used it for seeding pretty much everything, seeding and or planting pretty much everything this year, but I just kind of think as a harvester it's a bit unwieldy on such, on the smaller fields. So I'm just going to have a look and see in terms of normal crops, what have I got left on when. So let's get a work on this, leave it running down the edge, and let's see what we got. So yeah, so next month, so August, oh my goodness, we'll have the last field of oat, 3 fields of sorghum, and our potatoes, parsnip, carrot and red beet will all be ready. Which means actually, from a normal harvest header perspective, we'll only have the sorghum and the last field of oats to do. So I could get a little harvester to do this field, and then leave the big harvester to do these 3. Well, these 3, actually, the 2 sorghum and the oats. Actually, that's okay. That works quite well. And so we're a little way off for sunflowers and corn. I was just wondering whether I keep the WSVS for that, but probably not. But I will use it to sow sorghum in these 4 fields, the canola rather, in these 4 fields. And of course, before I do that, I need to plough this out, connect this field together. Again, actually, no, I won't. You know what? I won't use the WSVS for that at all. In fact, did I already? and I already planned not to. I already returned it, so no, I won't. Okay, fine. Good to know. So yes, no, because I'd already identified a another seeder to use. So no, which I will buy. So that's fine. Anyway, enough. I tried to think how close I am to the hour, but I'm sorry there's been a longer video than usual. If you're still watching, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I appreciate you watching anyway. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed it. That's July. That will be July. I will see you again hopefully in August. And August in game, obviously. I'm hoping it won't be till August before I get the video out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscriptions are very much appreciated. And put a bit of light on the matter. And I'll see you next time. Till then, take care of yourselves. I'll catch you later.